The video will be very lengthy and well, it's up to you guys to want to watch it or not, but this is a proven fact that I've already been researching, so well, it's up to you guys. Let's hope you just watch it and understand. Okay, hello everyone, my name is Kazu, and well, this is my first time making a Genshin Impact video. Well, this video is about elementary mastery in detail, how they work truly to be proven. I'm the type of player that's I don't like to hear people that just keep talking about how they work and but doesn't show how they really work. Then that's a lot what happening around. As you can see, if you look everywhere in the YouTube, all they do is just they talk how they work, but they didn't show, they didn't prove how this elementary work at all. So well, today I already kind of debunk how this work, and let's see from the detail. It say that the higher a character elementary mastery, the stronger the elemental energy that can be released. This increased damage caused by vaporize and melt, but it also said increased damage caused by overload, superconduct, electrocharge, saturn, and swirls. But while for the Geo like Ningguang, it only increased damage absorption power through crystallize. Mean if you has a like a Ningguang, if you has a high elementary mastery and you create that crystal that you pick up for a shield, it's only increase the absorption, how much damage you can absorb. Okay, but there are things that you need to know, that the damage caused by the elementary mastery on this overload, superconduct, electrocharge, and saturate, and so and so on, they are individual damage. They are not the damage that being stacked like the vaporize or melt. Okay, I can show you what it is. So the fastest way to get this kind of ability is we have to use something like this. Okay, as you can see, okay, in this case LB mastery on Lisa is 24. Okay, and my Amber is 11. I get 0 in Diona, and I got 16 on this. Okay, let's first we try out we try out with electro charge. We try to get we use Lisa first. As you can see, Lisa has how much just now? I forgot. Okay, 16 for Barbaras and 24 for Isa. And you need, I think you all know the basic that the higher one, the one with the higher elementary mastery is the trigger. So right now I'm going to give it like this. Let's you get wet, and now I hit it, and you can see that's 388. That's the individual damage that I talked about. When you did a superconducts like this, and now I use Barbaras, you got 570. So why is it higher? Okay, this is because of the fact that like a vaporize mechanic, when you put a fire first and then you go water, you get to 100% damage. It's just the same like this. Electro, and then you do the Eden electro, then you do the water, you get to 100% damage. When you go fall backward, you get 150%. The kind of unseen mechanics that people I have to do things like this. Let's experiment with it and try to get it. And if I do an overload, okay, as you can see, I do again. That's, and I get hit like this. That's a 388. Okay. Now let's go back far away. Because I want to show you this so you guys should be able to understand this. Okay. Now my weapon is this. The drilling with the base 39. I want to see when I give it the half. I give this wait, right now this is a 39, so kind of better give this, so we have a higher one damage. So we use, when we make electro charge caused by Lisa, it gives a 388 of super electro charge damage. Now we use Lisa, but it has a higher base attack. Just now it's only at very low base attack now. Okay, we give it a what? We hit it. We have the high. We still, as you can see, we already changed the weapon as a very high base attack, but we still have got that 388 damage only on the electrocharge, even though our base attack is very high. We only use a different weapon on it, and we still have 388. Well, now I just made it map armor and it's got 62, so we switch it up. I'm in the combat right now. Let me change it for what. Okay, we got very far away now. Okay, let's change. Let's go. I got a map armor, so this I'll give it because you can have an elementary mastery. Just now remember, without the elementary mastery, everything was 24, not to 86, and we do it the same. Well, this kind of thing I already figured out how it works, but I just don't understand why it doesn't stack with the attacks. Okay, let's try to do it. Lisa with the 86 elementary mastery gets the wet and hit her hard. We got 483, but why did we have, like I said, see, 570? It's still the same, even though Lisa has a very high one, but because Barbaras right now only have 16, so the damage is just like that. Okay, as you can see, even though Lisa already gives like 86 and Barbara only 16, the damage is, well, still far drop below. Okay, but now we give Barbara's more higher, so change it, give her this, and now we have 78 elementary mastery, and we see how much damage it go up from 16 to 78. Just by doing this kind of experiment alone, you can tell how it's work even with the others. That's all. As you can see, that 646 that was overload. Overload has a higher damage in this case. If I hit again, 646. And now I hit it 716. 388 because of the base. That's an overload for 47 dealt by 24. I think there's one 28 elementary mastery. Now I hit it again 716. Okay, I want you to see again 716. As you can see from earlier, when we give Lisa with a higher damage weapon, the elementary mastery damage, the damage that been done by elementary mastery doesn't stack up to it. It's very individual, and as you can see, when you stack up very high, this is not going to be useful when you do electrical conducts and things. But it is useful if you use a vaporize or melt. But I can show you guys after that. After this, now you can understand that you have to let the trigger has the high elementary. For example, like I have Lisa here as my aura giver, the buff, give the buff, elementary buff, and then I use Barbara to trigger it, and they gave it like 78 for 718 independent damage. So for in my opinion and conclusion, that this elementary mastery kind of elementary mastery doesn't work well with all this overload, superconducts, electrocharge, and shelter, but it is working well with the swill because let's change this. It's supposed to make a party setup very quick. It's better to have a swill on the animal user because like Venti, all of the ulti is they need that independent damage. As you can see, the swill costs the additional damage that on the existing. Let's see if I can get it one. Now I give like this. I got fire damage. That's an individual damage that is being caused by the elementary mastery. I'll give it buff. Now I did again. As you can see that 200, 200, 200, 199. That's just the same with the fire just now. Because I have only 31 elemental mastery on this, and if I want to show you really, I need to change it back. We try to get it this MC elemental mastery higher, and we see how much damage you get. Okay, now let's go. Let's change it. Okay, I think it was instructor Versailles. They're here. Okay. Okay, now. Oh. Now we have 134. Okay, we already have 134. We give it water. Earlier we got like 200 and 400 only. Now we have like 270. Let's try it again. If you can't see very well, okay, you see 276. That's the individual damage that caused by swirl. That means you have a lot of elemental buff in there. That's where you can deal a lot of damage. As you can see with a Banty, use the ulti, then you hit them with like pyro. You give it a pyro damage. After that, you give it hydro damage is adding up individually. So, in my opinion, the one that has the most efficiency to get the most damage out of it is animal user to have an elemental mastery like Venti or this pretty much right now is elementary mastery for animal user. While okay, now we can test out for our let's try out for the vaporize. Well, I already tell you guys that electrocharging doesn't stack up on damage that they are dealt. The base damage they dealt doesn't stack up with the elementary mastery that they did. And right now, well, vaporize amount did stack up with their damage. Okay, I need to change my players right now. Okay, let's go to party setups. Oh, don't need to do that. I just need to change because we go inside there. We're going to test out Childe, get a vaporize. As you can see right now, I have 149, the same weapon. So we kind of need to remove everything right now first. So currently I have 0. Alright, 0, right? Okay, let's go in. Floor 7. I'm going to give okay, I'm going to use Childe for the trigger. This elementary mastery, I'm not going to use it. I'm just going to use this greater damage. I still want to have 0 the elementary mastery just now. Okay, you ready up? We're going to give a pyro buff, and then we're going to give a vaporize. As you can see that 5,300 only, and we need to go back out. That's with the 0 element. Let's see. This could be late. Okay, that's just now was 0. As you can see, 0. And now we're going to give it an elementary mastery. So around, let's see, the instructors, because here you got an attack, so the attack is going to be increased very bit. This one doesn't have attacks. Okay, we equip it. They need one more. This one I have an attacks, but well, that's quite lucky, but it's okay. It's only plus 11 there, so it's going to be increased with the bits. As right now I have 124 elementary mastery. From the detail, from the detail here, it says it will increase the damage by 22.6%. And since we have the a substat that just now that increase the damage, our base attack will increase damage a bit. Okay, let's go in again. Let's try again and see how much damage it go. Or either is it a dependent damage or independent damage from the base attack that we did. Well, why not we just give it no, I can't do that because I'm going to have to recalculate it again. It's going to be very hard. Okay, we started. Give it a buff. Change it. From 5,000 we got 6,600. As you can see, the damage that caused by vaporize doesn't stack up. I mean, let me correct myself. The damage that done by this okay, right now I made my notepad where I have recorded all of the stuff. As you can see, this is the electro charge. I make a bit of info just now, right now. Well, this is what I have done before. My race, the one I did in the research about the elementary mastery. I give like for any base attack, as you can see, any base attack dealt by electro charge, and with the 184 elementary mastery dealt by Lisa, only give 620 individual electro charge damage, while if I use electro to hydro with a 28 elementary mastery from Barbara, it gives 597. That's a 28, not 16 like earlier. And as you can see, is 516. When we use 16, we only get 570, and we get it to 28. It goes like just 27 up damage. That's just a very big little damage. Now, as you can see, I switch. I have Barbara with 188 and Lisa with a 24. And from electro to hydro, that's a thing like this. We'll get like 947. 28 is almost 600, but this is like 30. That's like 6 times the elemental mastery only give 947 damage. That's not even more than half. But if from hydro electro with Elisa with 244, as you can see, 24 elemental mastery just now, we get 388, and we already seen that. That's for the electro charge. The superconduct, well, they did give it as well, but you can't give it for the frozen, because frozen doesn't give any damage unless you shatter it. And overload, Lisa with 184 elemental mastery gave 1034 damage, independent damage. When, as you can see, 347 when I use Lisa with 24 elemental mastery, 24 elemental mastery 650. With Lisa with 184, that's just 1000. That's just 400 different beyond. While 25, that 4 times, that's around 7 times increase. Or in elemental mastery, just the damage is not being twice the damage. That's why I say it's only used elemental mastery very good to be used by animal character because of their ulti. They can stack up damage upon damage depending on how many buff there is in existence. Okay, next is by vaporize. While elementary mastery did well for vaporize, but you need to understand it's stack up on damage. It's stack on damage. As you can see, from here, it gives like 22% increase. So 53,000 5300s, you divide by 100, you get 534, and you time it by 22, and you get this kind with this 120, you get 6885, because well the damage we get an artifact that give increased damage just now a bit, so the damage will be increased as well. So when we calculate earlier, it's 6600, but since we have an artifact that has an increased damage, we get it 6885. That show that it's stacked up in damage. And after that, I use and I test it out again with 174. That give 30% increase. I remember this one, like 30% increase, and this one was 22% increase. And if you calculate it from this, you will get like, and this is 30% increase, but with like around 100 plus attack from the artifacts. If you calculate it, it's going to be like, sorry, that's my cat. Okay, if you calculate it, it will be like 6900 with from here to here. This only have like just go up to 6900s, but since I have 100 plus attack increase, when I give it the artifact, when I research it, it go to 7900s at 53. This show that while it's good to have an elementary mastery, but if your damage is low, your percentage on the elementary mastery is going to be low as well, because as you can see, this is the best hit, 5000, and I still doesn't use yet all my nobles of like and everything, so my damage is very slow. But you need to know, just because your elementary mastery is high doesn't mean your damage is going to be very high. You need to build the attack, your best attack first, how much damage you can cost by the base. Like if you did 1000, 10,000s, then if you get 30% like from this with 174 elementary mastery, then you can get 13,000 damage output. So it's all depend on how much damage, base damage you need to able to do. So your main priority when you want to do a vaporize, you must increase your damage first before you can focus on the elemental mastery. If your base damage already very high, then you can focus on elemental mastery. Don't just focus on elemental mastery and then you forgot about your base attack, because your base attack low, then you give it very high. Even if like you have a 100% like 700 elemental mastery that give 100% damage, they shoot 100% damage, but it's going to be very bad if you only have like 4000s and you get that 100%, it will only increase. Okay, you want 5000, 4000 again, you just got 8000. Unlike the 10,000, if you get 100%, you can get 20,000. You can get 20,000 damage output from that, because of 100%, 10,000. But right now, as you can see, my shield, if I do everything, I can get like 15,000 base attack from the ulti, 15,000. And if I have like 120 with it, when I equip everything, 22%, and 15,000 with a 20% like that, around 20%, how much I can get? That's a big damage there. Let's try to open up calculator. Okay. It's a bit slow. As you can see, 15,000 damage. We divide by hundreds. We get a we get shit. Okay, 15,000 damage. We divide by hundreds. We got 150. Well, that's over 1%, and I have like 22% increase with 120. So we multiply by 22. That's 3,300. and I have a base attack increase. Wait. Oh wait, I think it is a bit diff. Yes, 3,300. So like 500. Just this much damage. As you can see, only 3,300 even with 15,000 base hit. Let's do it again. 15,000, right? 15,000. We divide by 100%. We got 150, and we call it 22. We got 3,300 only. With that 15,000, that's a very terrible. If you calculate again, 1,000, 10,000 here, 10,000 here, we divide by hundreds, we get 100 as well, and then we multiply it by 30, we got 33,000. Well, I did it because I am focusing right now. I'm focusing on that. But if you have like, okay, you give it like 227.74, which I'm able to give. I can get my TD up to 250 elementary mastery. That give like 69%, I think. 275 elementary mastery with 69%, and my pure damage is like 15,000. So we know that's 150 only. And we multiply it with the 69%. That's a 10,000. So that's cost me to get 25,000 damage. Right, we plus 10. We got 25,000 damage. You need to focus on both of them, but well, yeah. So that's all. I hope this is very helpful. I know it's going to be very terrible because this is my first time experimenting. Explaining all this kind of detail, and it's going to be very long. But okay, that's all for today. I see you guys next time if I able to find something that I can do a research up and do more explanation like this, so people that unable to understand can understand it in detail how they work. Okay, see you guys again. Kazui out.